Retirement, the golden years, that time in one's life when one makes the transition from the hurly-burly of 8- and 10-hour days, mortgage payments, and the raising of children, to the more relaxed atmosphere of cottage country, the Florida condo, or extended trips to Europe. At IBM, we have significantly improved our retirement plan, and IBMers now can take advantage of more dollars, earlier eligibility. In fact, some IBMers have taken this opportunity and retired already. Others, however, are not too sure.
Oh, hello, Sidney. Can I help you?
I'd like to find out a little bit more about this retirement stuff.
Sidney, you got quite an attractive opportunity to take a look at here. You know, we go back and, boy, the basic pension plan improved tremendously last year. That's a real plus. And on top of that, your managers talked to you about 1,000 hours a year retiree on-call work, initially at $13.50 an hour, then upgraded to the entry level of the job you'd be doing, and now, my goodness, current salary, Sidney. It's at your current salary. And 1992 vacation, 5 weeks vacation. You could take the month of December off, or you could take a lump sum payment on January 1st and have a good bit of cash in your pocket. You must be awfully close to making a decision.
Well, Bob, it is a very attractive offer, but I've got to be frank with you. I've got some personal hang-ups that are still bugging me. For one thing, I don't think my wife is going to appreciate me hanging around the house during the week. And I found that even on 4-day weekends, she gets kind of antsy.
Sidney, are you sure she wouldn't be able to get used to it?
Well, she might, but what about her German Shepherds? You know, they don't like me, Bob. It's a struggle even being there during the weeknights. As a matter of fact, you know, before I leave work, I phone home to make sure they've been fed before I get there. And speaking of that, do you know the price of dog food? A guy has to plan for these kind of things, you know.
Well, Sidney, this package financially is very attractive. I mean, you can work 100 hours retiree on call and you'd be making over 100% of what your current salary is. But you've got some lifestyle problems. And I haven't got a lot of experience in this area, but Wayne+Phillips is very knowledgeable in this area. And I think it would be worth your while to sit down and talk to Wayne about these issues. Would you be willing to do that?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Good. Good. Well, come on. I'll take you over to Wayne's office, and we'll see what he's doing. I know he's been busy lately, but... Come on, Sidney.
Sidney, how you doing? Happy to meet you. Can I call you Sid?
Well, if I can call you Wayne.
No problem. Grab a chair and we'll talk lifestyles. Well, Sid, I'm really happy to see you, like I said. Now, what I want to cover off is some of the exciting programs we've got going right now. As you're aware, we have the Retirement Assistance Program, and there's a real hot item right now that the retirees are picking up. And it's a course run by Seneca College, and it's called You and Your Dogs in Retirement. What do you think of that, Sid? Like, the fact is, even some of the retirees that don't have dogs are taking it, and they're finding it really incredible.
Gee whiz, Wayne, you must be a mind reader. That's exactly what I need, you know, to solve one of the major issues I have with even considering retirement.
That's just great. Let me tell you another thing that we're really looking at that just popped into my head that might be right down your alley. You know how the wife doesn't want you around the house or whatever, your spouse is getting, geez, you're going to retire type of thing? Well, one of the things we're prepared to do is offer your wife a job as an SPT on shift operations. And I'll tell you another thing. If she works shift and you work days, you won't even have to see her. She's at work, you're at home, you're at work, she's at home. What do you think?
That gets rid of one of the major stumbling blocks for me even considering, wanting to retire or not.
Well, that's great. The other thing I noticed, I know you're a smoker. Now, what we're prepared to do is allow you 1 break a day to go out for a cigarette.
Well, I already have breaks every hour today.
Well, I'll tell you.
Backward.
Well, that's okay. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to throw in the cigarettes. You don't even have to buy your own cigarettes.
That's more attractive.
Oh, superb. Well, what do you think? What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you, you've done an excellent job of anticipating the things that were really bugging me. And you've done a great job of presenting to me what the IBM company has to offer me in terms of solving these things. However, I'll tell you, I've heard that there's another retirement deal in the works, and it's coming down the pipe.
Whoa, wait a minute. You're starting to talk deals? You want to talk deals? That's out of my ballpark. It's out of my backyard. You're going to have to talk to Nancy. Nancy's in charge of customized retiree assistance program, so maybe you should be talking to her about that.
Customized retiree assistance program?
Yep, it's a new program we just started, and Nancy's been given the honor of being the manager of the crap. And if you really want the crap, you're going to have to go see Nancy, because she's just got all the crap in the world to talk about retirement.
Well, I think we better go and see her.
Okay, let's go. Well, okay, Sid, looks like we got the numbers nailed down. We got a good look at the lifestyles. I think it's really important we see Nancy now and flatten this last problem we've got. What do you think? Nancy, I'd like you to meet Sid.
Well, Sidney, I'm sure the reason that you're here to talk to me is that you want to talk about deals. As the manager of CRAP, let me be very upfront when I tell you there are no deals. We had a program in '83, another one in '86, and we significantly improved the retirement plan at the end of last year. And this rock feature is going to be, I'm sure, of significant interest to someone such as yourself.
Well, Nancy, your boys have done an excellent job of answering all my questions and satisfying all my needs. And I'm a lot more comfortable now than when I first came in here. However, there's still one major issue. I'm concerned about having to come in on a part-time basis and having to work for a manager who's going to expect a solid 2.5 days worth of effort. I've grown accustomed to coming in for 5 days and being able to pace myself at a comfortable rate. I don't think I can take the extra pressure.
Well, Sidney, quite frankly, a lot of other retirees have had the same concerns you have. And as a result, we developed a very special program just to address that concern. And the program is called the Surrogate Retiree On-Call Program. This highly capable, extremely energetic individual, Sidney, will be here doing your work while you're up lounging around at Don Mills Plaza having a coffee. Sidney? Sidney, what do you think? Sidney?
This is a very, very tempting offer, but I honestly am not prepared to make a decision right now. Why, only this morning I was talking to the VersaFood guy who heard from a reliable source, a guy who goes to the racetrack with one of the security guards from 3500, and he said there is another retirement deal in the works and it's coming down the pipe.
Well, look, Sidney, there's nothing further I can do for you. As manager of CRAP, I'm telling you there are no more deals. But before you leave here, I'd like you to talk to Con, because, well, in his exalted position, he's privy to a lot more crap than I am.
Well, let's do it.
Well, Sidney, I'm sure everything is crystal clear in your mind now about the retirement program. Do you feel you have all the information that you need to make a decision today?
Well, Con, your people have been absolutely great. They have explained all the opportunities that are available to me, and it's made me realize for the very first time what a wonderful company I work for. I realize that these are tough times, and IBM needs me now more than ever before. I'm not the kind of employee that would leave the company in its hour of need. I'm prepared to put my shoulder to the wheel, my nose to the grindstone, and I'm prepared to commit to you here and now that I will be here every day for the next 3 years, giving you the same effort that you've gotten from me for the last 3 years.
Well, Sidney, it's people like you that have made IBM exactly what it is today. However, there is one other final option that I would like to discuss with you. It's one that we reserve for certain individuals, and I would just like to take a few moments of your time to discuss this option with you. Yes.
Well, boys, sounds like Sidney's taken medical disability.
Sure does.
Let's get the paperwork going.